All right. Hello, everyone. My name is Christian Surrey. I am the PR director for the LMSA Northeast region. I hope you all are doing wonderfully today. I'm very excited to be hosting the first ever YouTube live broadcast. Now, some thoughts about this in regards to what the purpose of this is. Um, the purpose of this is to update you all for the upcoming events in the LMSA Northeast region. Um, this is an opportunity for you to ask questions, any particular questions that you may have, and you can actually type your questions in the chat box. We have two of our awesome officers here answering our questions. We have Julia Sue, who is our director, and we have Mary Kate Skolas, who is our co-director elect. So they will be answering any and all questions, and at the end of the session, I will also be answering any questions if you have any. And of course, if you feel the need to ask any questions even after the broadcast end, you can feel free to contact me at pr.northeast@lmsa.net. Okay, so let's get started. If you haven't done so already, please state which chapter you're representing and enter your school, specifically in the chat section, so that way you can actually be entered in a lottery to earn free LMSA Northeast Regional Conference tickets in February. So, without further ado, let's get started. So the agenda for today's session will be covering these following things. I don't think I'm going to be reading anything directly off the slide, but basically we're going to introduce you to the Northeast Executive Board. We're going to be talking about our Fall House of Delegates event, the Chapter Report Form Policy Summit, which is an upcoming event in October, a new executive position that we will actually be voting on at the upcoming Fall House of Delegates. We will also be talking about the Medical Spanish Collaboration, a community impact grant, which I'll explain more of that later, LMSA Plus, Northeast Regional Conference, and other good things. So let's get started. So here's your 2018 to 2019 Northeast Executive Board. I'm going to be introducing them one by one. So for our directors, our co-directors, we have Yada Bacchus and Julia Sue. They're our directors, and they are absolutely awesome. Then we have co-director-elect Jessica Grevnick and Mary Catherine Skolas, who is also on the call with me today. We have CFO Josh Ramos and CFO-elect Natalie Delgado. We have CIO, Chief Information Officer Christina Valentin, and Public Relations Chair, myself, Christian Surrey. We have Chief Development Officer, Madeline Garcia. Policy Chair, Andrea Matthews. We have our two awesome conference co-directors, Stacy Martinez and Stephanie Cortez. And conference this year will be held at SUNY Upstate Medical University in Syracuse. We also have our fundraising chair, Jose Reyes, and our mentorship chair, Luke Torrejil. So any particular questions that you may have, whether it be any upcoming events, please feel free to reach out to them or myself, and we will direct you to the correct person. All right. So without further ado, let's talk about Fall House of Delegates. This is an event that's coming up on Saturday, September 8th, and it's going to be from 9 a.m. to 5 p.m., and it's going to take place at Stony Brook Medical School. So basically, the event is an annual event. It's necessary. It's actually mandatory for all chapters to be present at. You absolutely have to attend. You have to send at least one representative in order to be considered an active chapter. Okay, so please, if you haven't already done so, please RSVP at the link that I provided right here. You can see the website right here. Okay, and that has the link to the RSVP. And any questions that you may have can be directed to Jessica Grevnick or Mary Kate Skolas. They are our co-director elects. And I've attached their email right there. So basically, what we do at Fall House of Delegates is it's a little fun event. You know, it's a fun event, but it's also a business event, I guess you could say. We're going to be talking a lot about the upcoming events, for example, Policy Summit, which I will speak more about. We're going to give chapter updates. We're going to find out what each and every one of the chapters of the Northeast region is up to, which is always an exciting thing. We're going to be hearing about the Regional Collaboration Project. And we're also going to have some fun. There's going to be a happy hour at the very end, and we're going to be doing a lot of voting, for example, on some amendments on scholarships or any new positions that we may have. So a lot actually does take place at these events. We have one Fall House of Delegates, and that will be on September 8th, 2018 at Stony Brook. And then our second House of Delegates will take place in the spring after regional conference, and that will take place on February 16th in SUNY Upstate Medical University. Okay. So any questions that you may have in regards to uh, Full House of Delegates, please direct them to Jessica Grebnick or Mary Kate Scholas, or you can ask in the chat section right there. All right. So these are the following schools that absolutely must complete the chapter report form for 2018 to 2019. We still haven't heard back from a few of these schools. So if your school is on this list, please, please, please get that chapter report form in. It's very important because we need to keep track of any activities that you guys are doing or any transition in leadership. This is actually really important information. So please complete that chapter report form. I will be attaching the slideshow directly to the Facebook page. So you have access to these links right here, but please make sure that you get this chapter report form in. It's really important. And if you have any questions about the form, you can contact our Chief Development Officer. Her name is Madeline Garcia. She's awesome. She's on top of her stuff. So please complete this form. Okay, so Policy Summit. Policy Summit is a very, very big event. It's also a fun event. It's going to take place on October 12th through the 14th, 2018, directly in Washington, D.C. And this year's theme is going to be Lanzando Líderes, empowering tomorrow's Latino health leaders through policy, advocacy, and action. So basically, what Policy Summit is, it's an event, an LMSA sponsored event where we all travel down to Washington, D.C., and we propose some particular resolutions. What's actually cool is that you get to speak directly to a congressman or a congresswoman and their representatives, and you really make the issues of the Latino community known to Congress. So you actually get to make your voice heard. Um, Basically, the event's going to take place. The majority of the event is going to take place on Friday, October 12th. This is actually the most important day. So if you are planning on going, I would suggest going specifically on Friday, October 12th. That's because you get to speak directly to the congressman and the congresswoman. Additionally, there's going to be a bunch of other events. For example, on Saturday, October 13th, there's going to be a bunch of didactics, which I'll talk about in the next slide. And the keynote speaker, he's going to be David Acosta, and he's basically the chief of diversity at the AAMC. So it's awesome. It's pretty awesome to hear all these wonderful speakers, these big name speakers. But definitely, if you're planning on getting there, get there for the Friday because you get to speak directly to a congressman and congresswoman. Okay, and if you have any questions, please feel free to contact Andrea Matthews. Her email is listed right here. Something that actually did come up, we actually had an executive board meeting today. There's going to be a policy chair or policy committee conference call this Tuesday. If you're interested in attending that and making your voice heard and writing any resolutions, okay, please contact Andrea Matthews because she'll give you more information on the conference call and you can directly join in. One more thing that I do need to mention, you don't need to have any form of experience whatsoever in regards to forming policy. This is a learning experience for all of us. It's actually a really fun educational event because you get to learn how to do and how to write policy and how to present policy to our lawmakers. So depending on your track, depending on your interests, you have a number of tracks. For example, you have the Latino Health track. This year is going to be the Medicine and Technology track. That's a brand new track this year. Health policy, skills track, policy and action track. So you have a number of different options depending on your interest. If you want to see more information from last year's Policy Summit, feel free to click on that link. It gives you a little description of what the objectives of each track and each focus is on. Okay, and as always, just contact Andrea Matthews. Her email's right here if you have any questions whatsoever in regards to Policy Summit. Okay, so the service chair position. So the service chair position is actually a brand new executive board position. This is an opportunity for you guys to actually take leadership roles in the Northeast region. Um, the reason behind this was because LMSA National, who is the head organization of all LMSA regions, they felt that it was important that we make our chapters, our organization as a whole known. And one of the things that we pride ourselves on at LMSA is that we are serving not just the Latino community, but any community that has any significant health disparities. And what better way to do that what better way to meet that mission, meet those goals, than to have a service chair position. So basically what the service chair will be doing is they'll be keeping in communication with the chapters of the region of any upcoming service opportunities. They're going to be talking with each chapter to discuss any particular service opportunity within the region. They will keep talking to each chapter to find out what they are doing, so that way we can update the database, the LMSA Service Organization database, and explore any new opportunities for service, and look for new partners, potential partners. Um, and another thing is one of the responsibilities of this service chair is to attend the monthly or bi-monthly meetings, just to keep up to date with what's going on in terms of the mission of LMSA and bringing service to underserved communities. So if you have any questions on the service chair position, you can feel free to contact our co-directors, Yada Bakis or Julia Sue, or you can even ask directly in the chat section right there, and we'll direct you to them. We're going to be voting on this position at Fall House of Delegates. So if any of you are interested in running for the position, now's a good time to start gathering your thoughts and thinking about how you will focus your your duties as a service chair. Because when it comes time to voting, we will be asking you to present your speech and voting directly there. So now's a good time to start thinking about it. Okay. The only thing is we actually do have to approve this service chair position. So basically, you guys will be voting on if we can even have this position. Hopefully, it passes, but please but most likely will get passed. So just think about it. Think of how you're going to make your speech. Think of your goals as a service chair position in the service chair position. Okay, so this is a brand new, I want to say a semi-new project collaboration that we're going to be doing. It's called the Medical Spanish Regional Collaboration Project, and it's a pretty cool endeavor that we're going to be doing here at LMSA Northeast. Basically, what we're asking the chapters in the Northeast region to do is to come up with a curriculum, I guess you could say, or present a case, a learning case that we can practice our medical Spanish, because one of the things that we do, like I said, pride ourselves on is serving underserved communities. And sometimes there may be a language barrier, and I think it's important that we learn how to connect with our patient population. So this is an awesome opportunity because you can actually submit a case, your school can submit a case directly to our Chief Information Officer, Cristina Valentin, and come up with a case, and that will be used to teach medical Spanish throughout the region. The cases are all going to be available to all the schools, and it's going to be compiled in a library. So the lesson plans and the case scenarios, they will be available to all LMSA Northeast chapters. But this is where we're going to need your help in contributing to the library and actually coming up with the cases and the lesson plans. So if you have any questions about the project, please feel free to contact Cristina Valentin. Okay, your email is right here. Okay, so the next thing that we will be talking about is the CFO Community Impact Grant. This is a brand new um, grant that actually was voted on and was established. So basically, what the purpose of this grant is, it's encouraging you guys as chapters throughout the Northeast region to get involved with your communities. If you want to have more money, more funding for certain things that you may, and the funds are low, LMSA Northeast is more than willing to help you guys out. And this is where the community impact grant comes in, because now we really want you guys to engage with the community. So any particular future events that you have, just list it in the application. The application is pretty easy enough. In a one-page proposal, all you need to do is just describe what events you're planning to do, how it's going to benefit your local community, and how the money is going to be used. Okay, and all you have to do is actually submit all proposals in a Word document directly to our CFO. His name is Josh Ramos. His email is attached right here, and the award is actually a pretty hefty sum, I'd say. It's $500. Um, the deadline for this is September 3rd, specifically Labor Day, and the decisions will be announced on Saturday, September 8th. So if you have any questions in regards to this, please submit them to our CFO, Josh Ramos, okay? And just like I said, remember the deadline, it's September 3rd. Okay, LMSA Plus. So LMSA Plus is a semi-new idea here within LMSA Northeast. Right now we have two chapters, two LMSA Plus chapters. I believe one of them is at Pitt, and there's one other that I can't remember off the top of my head, but one of them is definitively at Pitt. So what LMSA Plus is, it's a mentorship endeavor. It's a mentorship project. And if you as a medical school have an affiliated or nearby undergraduate institution, one of the ways that you can give back to your community is by empowering the next generation of physicians and helping them get to where you guys are currently right now. And this is an excellent opportunity because LMSA Plus really does collaborate with a lot of the LMSA parent chapters at the schools. Um, you can have them come to your meetings, you can have them listen to speakers, you can establish a networking for these students that want to get into medical school. There's so many opportunities for them to really learn how to get into medical school and really succeed. So some ideas that we have are, for example, having tables at undergraduate institutions to find interested students. So if you guys are interested in establishing an LMSA Plus chapter at your affiliate undergraduate school, please feel free to contact Luke Torrehili. His email is right here. Some other things that we're planning to do for LMSA Plus members is we offer them scholarships, mentorship. So like I said, you can have them attend your meetings and listen to doctors speak and admissions officers, networking, and then we're actually pretty excited to be partnering with exam crackers because now they could actually start preparing for the MCAT. So this is a great opportunity, and if you guys are interested in starting an LMSA Plus chapter, please feel free to email Luke Torrehili. Okay. There's a little bit of an application process, but it's not too extensive. Um, so yeah, just reach out to your local undergraduate institution, see if there's interest enough there, and then if you have enough interest, let's get one started. All you have to do is just email Luke. He's our mentorship chair. Okay, so not too much in regards to LMSA Northeast Regional Conference because we're still in the process of planning it, but we're excited to announce that the theme for this year is going to be Nuestros Vecinos, Nuestra Familia, uniting our diverse community through healthcare, okay? And it's specifically going to be Saturday, February 16th, 2019, and like I said, it's going to be on SUNY Upstate Medical University in Syracuse, Syracuse, New York. So it's a fun event. You get to hear a number of great speakers, a number of awesome keynote speakers. They talk about how to address systemic barriers and health disparities within the Latino community, within migrant communities. And then there's a bunch of workshops that you guys could attend. For example, there's a policy workshop. You get to learn the basics of policy making. Anybody is invited to attend this. Anyone is invited to attend this. High schoolers, college students, medical students, whoever it is, you guys are free to come, learn about what LMSA is and what exactly we are planning to do for the Latino community. As an example, last year's regional conference was held at Jefferson, and it was a fun day. I got to meet a lot of people, got to network with a lot of people. We heard some awesome speakers from not just from doctors, but from the allied health professions, um, and see what their role is in conjunction with doctors. Um, I attended a cardiovascular skills workshop. There's so many different workshops, so many different speakers. It's a really fun time. You get to meet a lot of people. So save the date for your calendars, Saturday, February 16th, 2019. And one of the most fun parts about the conference is that there is a gala immediately after. So please feel free to keep this on your radar. All right. So most recently, we actually released a newsletter. Okay, it's the August 2018 quarterly newsletter, and the link is available right here. I've posted it to all the Facebook groups. Check it out. It has a lot of really cool information. It has a lot of upcoming events. It's really a nice conjunction to what I'm presenting right now. Um, you get to read a number of different cool stories. For example, we have a Líderes Inspiracionales, inspirational leaders section. So if you guys have any mentors that really inspired your journey to medical school and you want to thank them or honor them, you can submit a little blurb about them and we can consider adding them to the newsletter. Another thing that we did was we added a chapter of the quarter section. So if you guys think that your chapter is doing something really, really cool, all you have to do really is just submit a little blurb and send it to me. Okay, because I'm in charge of putting the newsletter together in conjunction with our CDO and our CIO, Madeline Garcia and Christina Valentin. So any submissions that you guys want to include, and it doesn't just have to be the inspirational leaders or the chapter of the quarter. It can be about anything you guys want. But any submissions that you want to be featured, just include it just email me and I will include it in the next, and I will hopefully include it within the next issue of the newsletter, which is going to be December 2018. So, excuse me, it's December 2018. Um, the deadline for that will be November 30th. And last but not least, please just make sure you guys follow your social media. Keep up to date with the social media because this is how I really do get in contact with you guys. This is the best way to get any information aside from our website um, for any particular upcoming events. So there's an Northeast Facebook page, which is where you guys hopefully got the link to attend this YouTube broadcast. There's the Facebook group, LMSA National. This is the Facebook page for LMSA National. They will be updating some things such as like scholarships in the nearby future. We have some money allocated there, but we're still waiting to hear back in regards to any scholarships that they're offering. But the money is allocated. And then there's the Twitter page and the Instagram page. I encourage you to follow the Instagram page because you get to see some of the cool events that we're doing. Like, for example, I posted a couple of weeks ago about Summer Fiesta, which was actually a really fun time. It was hosted by Cornell on August 8th, and it was a really fun time. So you get to see what we're actually about. I think I actually saw some of you in attendance there. Another thing that I do want to mention is that be sure to join your school's chapter forum. Okay, please do please do join your school's chapter, okay, Facebook group, because that's the best way for me to get in contact with you guys. And that's also the way that that your officers exchange ideas with you guys as well. So if you are not already part of your Facebook group, please just contact the LMSA Northeast Facebook page. There's a way you can message me directly. I check that messaging pretty often, so um, just send me a message, tell me what school you're from, and I will add you to the Facebook page so that way you're in the loop of things. Okay? And that's all I have. If you have any questions, please feel free to contact me, pr.northeast@lmsa.net. And any questions that you have today can also be asked in the chat section, and we'll be doing our best to answer any particular questions. So I thank you for your attention, and I hope to see you guys soon at Fall House of Delegates, Policy Summit, and good luck to anyone who is starting medical school this week or who has already started last week or whenever you guys started, good luck. Thanks, guys.